Immerse yourself in the era of silent films with an exclusive selection of rare color photos of Charlie Chaplin. These unique images will allow you to see the legendary actor in a completely new light and feel the spirit of the times. Chaplin is not just an actor, but also a talented director, producer and composer who played a key role in the development of cinema. His image of a tramp, combining humor with social criticism, has become iconic, and films such as Lights of the Big City and Modern Times remain important achievements in the history of cinema. Sir Charlie Chaplin is an English comic actor, director and composer who found fame in the era of silent films. Fame came to him after the short film The Tramp, which was released in 1915. This film is still considered a landmark in the history of cinema. The brilliant actor lived for 88 years, and 75 of these, he devoted to art. In 1919, Chaplin co-founded the United Artists Film Distribution Studio, which allowed him to manage his own films. His first full-length silent film was The Kid, 1921, followed by the films Parisian, 1923, Gold Rush, 1925, and Circus, 1928. And even when silent films were replaced by films with sound in the 1930s, Chaplin remained true to tradition. He directed the silent films, Lights of the Big City, 1931, and New Times, 1936. The world was heading for war, and the paintings Chaplin became increasingly politicized. The 1940 film, The Great Dictator, became an outright satire on Adolf Hitler. The 1940s became very controversial for Chaplin, and his popularity plummeted. Charles was accused of communist sympathies and anti-American activities, and a lawsuit was filed against him for violating the Mann Act. When an FBI investigation was launched against Chaplin, he was forced to leave the United States, settling in Switzerland. Chaplin's childhood in London was spent in poverty and deprivation. Because he didn't have a father, and his mother received a mere pittance, the boy twice found himself in the so-called workhouse before the age of 9. He first performed on stage at the age of 5, getting a standing ovation, and at the age of 11 he was already working hard as a theater actor and comedian. When Charlie was 14 years old, his mother was admitted to a psychiatric clinic. At the age of 19, Chaplin gets a job as an actor in the theatrical enterprise of Fred Carnot, who took him with him to America. There Chaplin was noticed by film producers, and in 1914 the young man began to appear on the screen in Keystone Studios films. He starred in 35 short films during the year. Soon he developed the image of a tramp and moved to the SNA studio. By 1918, Chaplin was already one of the most famous personalities in the world. Chaplin, who has won 3 Oscars in his career, is still considered one of the greatest actors and directors. And such films as Gold Rush, City Lights, New Times, and The Great Dictator are often included in the lists of the greatest films of all time.